Hey guys, it's at K Deuces, your sports bet queen. We are back for week four takeaway and going into week five with the Crooks and Books podcast. And we do have a special guest tonight, and that is JDab, one of my good friends and buddies, also a gambler whom I know from the LA area. And more than that, follow him at Meet Jason on Instagram. JDab, give us, say hello to the audience.
Going on, audience? How you guys doing? Met K2 a long time ago with Vegas. It's
Yeah.
got to be more than 10 years ago. So,
Oh, for
uh,
sure. For sure.
I'll always stay in constant contact. And, if the stars align and we're in Vegas, sometimes we'll link up and get together. Always a good time, though.
For sure. For sure. And we also have some of our podcast hosts. Obviously, you guys know Big Pick Brad,
Hello, everybody.
Prado the Pointer,
Howdy.
and Bill's godson, Caleb.
Nebraska's first in the Big Ten West. That's all I'm gonna say. Starting off first in the Big Ten West. Bye, Scotty.
Damn.
Goodbye, Scotty. And then that's something you guys have in common, right, JDab? You were, or are you still a Patriots fan?
I still hang around every now and then. I don't not like the Patriots, but it's
There we go. It's kind of switching over since of Tom Brady. Yeah,
that's it.
Big time GOAT fan is what
There
he
you
is.
go. I follow the Bay Area kid, man. That's it.
There you go. There you go. Oh, Prado, please don't, stroke his
Bear
ego.
High School, San Mateo.
All right. Let's go into takeaways from week four. JDab, I'm going to put you on the spot and see what you have to take away from week four and what happened, what kind of bets you took. Let the audience know what's going on.
Week 4 was good. It started early. Took the morning games. What do I have here? Seattle 3.5. That was kind of easy for me. It was a West Coast game. West Coast team going over to the East Coast. The over under was really low, and I thought they could hit it. When I think the over can hit, I'll usually end up taking, or just taking the points. In this case, then I took the Philly money line and the Cowboys money line 400 to pay 1,300. So that was a good morning. No, there was no sweat in any of the games.
I think the line moved from 6.5, right? From Seattle when it first started, you guys. Am I right?
I didn't see the open, but I saw three in the hook and I couldn't pass up on it.
You just couldn't get it.
Not against Detroit. there wasn't anything.
It was just the numbers.
Yeah,
the numbers were adding up.
Got
it. Okay, cool. Anything that I guess for Philly, I mean, the only one that got that last week was also your Patriots buddy over here, Caleb. So good job on the mob team, guys.
Mob team.
Good job. All right.
Cosa Nostra.
Oh my God. All right. So Caleb, speaking of that, what takeaways did you have other than the ones that JDAP mentioned, or maybe they're the same? I don't know.
Yeah, last weekend was pretty chaotic for me. Chaotic meaning I was just hungover as fuck. Hey, I gotta give it to on my team. I gotta give it to Bailey Zappi, though. The truth, the future of the organization. I'm not a Mac Jones believer.
He's just so hot. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, there you go.
No, and then I mean, Cincy, the Taylor gang coming away with a statement victory against the Dolphins. They had to rough Tua up a little bit to get it, so it is what it is there.
Yeah, fucking Tua. So he's gonna I guess they're saying he was told to retire. I don't know if that's true.
He should retire and sue the living daylights out of the entire state of Florida. The guy doesn't need to work again after what happened to him. No, he's fine. Monetarily, he doesn't need to play anymore.
An unsettled settlement from the NFL right there at its finest.
Oh, it's going to be a big one. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you could already tell from the week prior though, right, guys? Because that was already initially something crazy, and then thereafter, that's what happened.
He didn't know what planet he was on at all.
No.
He didn't know where he was last week.
No.
2 weeks
and
ago.
then
no clue.
Even before that, yeah, exactly.
They fired the team doctor to because they got to cover their ass.
Well, they have unofficial, remember?
Yeah,
because there's doctors that are unofficial. Yeah,
it's the blame game. Yeah, in reality, it's their Joe from U coach that was pushing for him to play. So that's what he looks like, Joe from U. If you've ever seen that show, but yeah, no, It is what it is. That's the nature of the game,
Yeah,
man. They
yeah,
teach
that
guys to
makes
cheat
sense.
those concussion tests. Like, it sucks, but it's the reality.
Yeah, because they want to win and they
Yep.
need their QB. All right. So any other takeaways, Caleb?
Nah, that's it.
All right, Prado, what's your takeaway? Give me something good here.
Well, that was a nice little takeaway with the
Tua.
with that Cincinnati game. I mean, if they were gonna lose, I mean, so be it. But sometimes you have to live and die by the sword. That was a game. Definitely, we live and die by the sword. Even if Tua played, I still think that would have been the result. Like he just saw the writing on the
As
wall.
you would say, Cincy large, right? That's what you put on the thing. So
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
just a
sense.
game that like when you get points and you're a favorite and you're undefeated. It's like at one point, do they want you to snap? Same thing with that. I loved I love Seattle. I love Seattle when they were at 6.5, 5.5, 4.5. I was just like, dude, there's just no way that I kept on reverting back to good old Pete finds a way to
Yeah.
beat his former people that he loves to see. And then I was actually kind of shocked. I actually thought there'd be a letdown spot with the boys, but they found a way to just show up as
Wait,
usual.
but I think everyone on the pod took the boys though. I think we all did.
Nah, not me.
Oh, not you, Caleb. Maybe did you take the boys?
Yeah, I think Caleb probably took them.
No, I think he took them.
I didn't have a lot of picks last week. It was
No, he didn't. Only actually no one took the boys because this was stupid. And then came and went for you and big pick. Jesus.
Just burn us. I can't believe that no one probably knows this, but Washington had more yards than the Dallas Cowboys that game. But no, no one talks about it. It's crazy.
That's pretty funny.
PI call after PI call. They were never going to win that game with that many PIs.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the referees on your side, then that makes sense. I mean, you always got to account for that, right?
And what
Yeah.
about and then the funny part too, the little surprise is what about those Jets? They just are the most scrappiest, ugly playing team in the hands down.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, they do have our defensive coach, so makes sense. And they went to the championship. We went to the championship and lost, obviously, but still, who cares? He's still pretty good. All right. Brad, I'm gonna go to you for your takeaway. What about your team, huh? What's going on with that?
We did play the Texans. They are the only winless team in the NFL. So, I mean, it's a spot where we should win. Got a little hairy there at the end. We do what we do. We let them back in the game. But we ended up closing the door on them, covering the spread. Want to talk about Al's team a little bit, how they might be the worst team in the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
My God.
14-point dogs.
You know what?
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Mitch the bitch Trubisky. That's all I gotta say. Fucking
First
hate
time in
that
their
guy.
history, they're a 14-point dog. Kenny Pickett, I mean, the poor guy just went out there and tried to play with the horrible play calls, and he did what he could, threw 3 picks. 2 of them weren't really his fault, but
He
that
might be the guy
worst team
though.
in the NFL. I mean,
But honestly, he might be the guy. It's not Mitch. We know that for sure.
oh no, it was never Mitch. Mitch was just trying to
Yeah.
be like a little bit of a bridge, to give Kenny a little time to develop. But Mike
When you play for
Tomlin's-
the Bears, you can't be a bridge for anything. I'm sorry.
No, you can't. Mike Tomlin's streak of winning seasons, I guarantee you, is going to come to an end this year.
Yeah, for
Is he
sure.
gonna get fired though?
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can't really
They won't
fire
fire
the
him.
guy.
They don't fire a guy like
you
him.
can't.
You
Yeah.
can't fire
So
him.
it would just
They've
be
only had
God-
3 coaches in their history: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. So
Well, that's
They're-
clearly not working.
That's impressive.
that is
Except
really
for
impressive.
the Tomlin part, obviously, right?
Tomlin
It's
will either
the one-
go out on his own or that's it.
Yeah.
They're not going to fire him.
Same
especially
reason New
after-
England won't fire Belichick.
Yeah, I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
The guy got him 6
I mean,
Super
yeah,
Bowls.
they're not gonna but I mean, it's Billy Goat. That's a big difference here.
Yeah.
It's not just
Want to touch on Caleb's game just a little bit. That's just really good coaching versus I have Aaron Rodgers as a blanket.
Yep.
So,
Hey, Bill used to get away with that, man. With McDaniels and them, they would do some stupid shit and they'd get away with it, and stupid personnel decisions because they had Tom Brady. They'd get away with it. So
they were
it's
like,
nothing
fuck
new.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So,
put
I
like a
mean-
no-namer tight end in there, and you'd be like, "Who is that guy?"
Yep. Matt Langle, 167
Get
yards
it-
and 3
get it
touchdowns.
right.
Yeah.
I
Get
think
it
they had a
right.
tight end back in the day, like Matthew Mulligan or something. He's the
Yeah.
best blocking tight end fucking
Yeah.
to ever walk the face of the earth.
Yep. I remember that.
So that's just like a Bill thing. And then It was a BAU on Sunday night. I went against myself and took Tampa Bay. As soon as the opening
We
kickoff happened,
we
I
all
knew I lost
fucking
my
did,
bet.
and I
I
fucking
got
hate us
burned.
for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got
Burned.
burned for that.
As soon as
Did
the
you get
opening
burned
kickoff,
too,
I'm like, yep,
J-Dub?
Yeah. Oh my god. I was
Rip
like,
that
oh,
one up.
what? 2 minus 2? Come on, give me that.
From the beginning, it was just like we're done. It's fucking like turn the fucking shit
They
off.
scored in the first 45 seconds.
Yeah,
which
that's what I'm
doesn't
saying.
happen.
I
in
didn't
the
even get
NFL
to
unless
see
you take the
kickoff.
kickback.
I looked
it
up
was-
and I saw we were losing. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it was 6 seconds touchdown. That's it. You're
I
just
was like, I
oh,
thought we
fuck.
had the ball first. Oh,
Yeah.
apparently not.
So what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
That's
it
the
was,
worst
yeah,
when
it
you
was
start
the
off a
dumbest
game
thing.
like that.
Yeah, and we
Absolutely.
knew.
And then it gets progressively worse. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, it's just 7. Like I'm not tripping off of 1 touchdown in
And
the
then
first
it just-
5
Then it's
seconds of the
14.
game.
Then
And
it's
then it was
21.
14. Then it was 21-6. I'm like, it's fucking over. I can go watch something else now.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
And then you get the desperate text messages of other people going like, "Oh, we gotta believe in it." It's like, stop, dude.
Fuck
We
you.
believe in my
Just
fucking ass. Okay.
Take the fucking Bic lighter to that ticket.
Yeah.
That one was burned the first 45 seconds.
That's the worst when they make you believe. That is the worst. Put me out of my
Yeah.
misery.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just shoot me in the fucking head right now, fucking Tom Brady. Come on, stop. Stop putting in the effort. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be 21-17 at half. And I was like, oh yeah, we get this. We have a chance.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, no,
Fucking,
not even
yeah,
close.
No touchdown, no nothing. It was the worst.
It was the worst. Yeah. And I'm never gonna do that again. When I know it's
Ever.
BAU, Brad, it's BAU. Business as
Yep.
usual.
BAU.
That's what it is.
Speaking of BAU, Monday night was BAU. Kyle is Sean's daddy. That's all
Yeah.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
just, it doesn't matter who's on the Rams. You could have Aaron Donald. You can throw the ball to Cooper Cup 30 fucking times a game. It's BAU in the Niners play the Rams.
110% fucking
So-
BAU, dude. And people should know that by now that, that's how the division works. I've explained it before that, Seattle owns us with Russ there, maybe a little bit of Pete Carroll. And then we own the Rams own Arizona. That's just how it works in the
And
division.
Arizona owns the baby bottle pop.
Yes. Baby bottle pop as in Kyler. That's your guy, right?
Love them.
The
Oh,
biggest
man.
the biggest the one thing that people should usually just generally take in division games is just take the under. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just the way to go.
Just the way-
especially
especially
with those two teams.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
especially with recently too with primetime unders. I mean, I'm still waiting for the over to hit. Granted that Tua's game definitely could have went over if he played, right? The rest of the game, but he
I
didn't.
don't know, man. Those 5-yard passes aren't going to cut it. You saw the difference when
Yeah,
when the fucking backup came in, and it was
Oh, Teddy.
You could actually hit Tyreek in stride.
Yeah, man, and it was like before Tua went out, you looked at some of those balls and they just
It was
died
just
midair.
not good.
It was
Yeah.
it was awful. They died midair.
He was out there skeet shooting.
That might have been yeah, you're right. It probably still would have went under then because people were probably slamming the over. All right. Well, those were one of my takeaways was Tua, and then also I really liked the Burke Buzzins game, so I won that game, and I fucking woke up at 6:30, went back to bed, and fucking won. So fuck it. I just looked at the screen. I was like, Burke's gonna win it. Doesn't matter. And I knew that. And then also Baltimore was a scare, right? For us 3.5 people. And if you took 3, you pushed. That was ridiculous. That was crazy. And then Las Vegas. That was my biggest takeaway here is that if the NFL was real, then Las Vegas would win. And they did.
It
Which
did.
was great. That was something.
Under the
that-
rock of the Broncos.
that was my large right there because I was like, fuck this. They have to win because it's Vegas. And if they don't win, it's just like stupid.
It was
Like-
Vegas strong to be exact.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously SF was a big one too. Even though I kind of just was like, fucking Jimmy. And they got it done. It's really not him, it's really the defense. And that's always been our problem, is the guy driving the seat. Or driving the car in the driver's seat. But yep, those are my takeaways. Anything else you guys want to add for takeaways before we move on to the week? Nope. All right, let's go to Thursday night football. Spreads 3.5, Broncos versus Colts. The total over under is 43.5. And I have, well, let's see, J-Dab, what would you take here if you had to take something, or do you really, or are you already betting on this game?
I haven't bet on this game yet, but I came to the conclusion if it wasn't last week, if it wasn't week 4, it was week 3, that Seattle knew what they were doing when they got rid of Russ, and I don't think he's all there. So it's really, really hard to bet on him. I probably lean Colts.
There you
with the
go.
points with the hook.
The 3.5.
Yeah, with
It's
the
your
3.5.
favorite.
Yeah. I 2 weeks in a row. I guess it's just he hasn't looked good. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's him or the receivers.
Sierra.
They
It's
just
Sierra.
don't look good. Yeah, Sierra, whatever it is. It's not a good look.
All right. And I think Big Pick, I thought you were taking Indy. You're over here taking
I'm
Broncos?
over
What's
here just
going on
writing
over
the shit
here?
just to write it. I don't even know what's going on. Now that J-Dab says something, I mean, I'm back on the Colts. Like, it's just, I knew I had the right lean right away. I just need some reassurance.
Yeah, see, because we talked
Reassurance.
about this. We talked about this earlier, J-Dab, as we're getting ready for the show. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, gun to my head, probably Indy. That was my first look. But like I said, I don't know how things work too much on just like because it's prime time. And you guys know with prime time games, there's gonna be prime time fucking flags too. And those are the fucking serious ones. But if you had to, it is a pretty safe bet for 3.5. But Caleb, you're taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I like the under too. Damn.
I'm
Yeah,
taking the
for-
under. Yeah,
And
and
you're
Indy
taking
3.5. Yeah,
Okay.
at plus three
All
and a half. I think, like he said, man, I don't think Russ is all there. Him and I
They
get.
have no running back either. I mean, they do Melvin, but he dropped it like 4 times or 3 times or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's past his prime. They keep saying let Russ cook, but he's cooking like cold hot dogs and shit, man. Like there's nothing there.
Oh, what is it? The cereal bowl with the hot dogs?
Yeah, the cereal bowl with the hot dogs.
Is that like a meme or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty funny.
I just came up with something gross. But yeah, I just don't buy into it. I don't think either team has a particularly inspiring offense. It's Thursday night. They usually see a lot more. Yeah, you see a lot more conservative play calling, it seems like, on Thursday night because they don't have a full week to game plan. So they don't try as much trickery bullshit. They don't try. It's a lot more running. It just seems like, I don't know. Maybe there's a stat out there that we could look at, but that would prove me wrong. But that's just the vibe I get. Is it seems like these Thursday night games are usually nastier.
Yeah, and you just want some excitement, but it just never fucking happens.
Never happens. No.
You know what I mean?
I remember when Thursday night football was a joke. It was like nobody watched it.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's gotten
true.
better, but still, yeah.
Well, I think knowing Jeff Bezos and him taking the contract, he's probably like, we need a little bit more entertainment. What the fuck?
He's gonna put Thursday night football games in space, bro. They're gonna be playing on the moon or some shit with that guy.
Oh God. Yeah. All right. So Bobby's not on, but he's around the corner somewhere. And it's his bachelor party tomorrow, I think, or bachelor golfing party at 5 a.m. That's something different. But Denver, he's taking -3. So he might have agreed with Big Pick here at some point, but Big Pick has changed his pick back to the Colts.
Back to my heart.
Prado, you're taking the under.
Listen to your heart.
You're taking the under with everybody else, or with J-Dab and Caleb, right? Under 43.5.
I like the under till Russ shows me he could do something. I didn't even realize that Matt Ryan is number 4 in the NFL in passing yards.
Wow.
Yeah. What is he in fumbles though? That motherfucker.
And interceptions. How many?
Actually, fumble. Let me see.
He's got to be top 3 in fumbles. That son of a bitch.
15. He's got 15 sacks next to Joey B. Joey B's got 16.
Did you lost that bet last week, right, Brad? The Colts bet.
I did. They just fell apart. Like they got down too big, too early. They tried getting back in the game, and it was just too tall of an order. Vrabel low-key owns Frank Reich.
In a smart way, like they've got to just run the fucking ball here in this fucking thing.
Well, they got no Taylor, so we'll be having Naheem Himes going for us in the flex this week.
But at least, because they don't have the running back either, Broncos. So we'll see what happens.
Broncos, actually, they signed Latavius Murray fresh off a plane in London with the Saints.
That's strong.
That's crazy. I think I did see that.
Hello, governor.
I'm here to fucking do. That's what they're gonna do.
Frank Reich's probably on the hot seat then if they get in trouble in this game though.
He's got to be.
I mean, is Hackett not on the hot seat? That guy's fucking worthless. That's
about
the
fire
worst
the
2-2
GM?
football team.
I
right
think
now.
their coach isn't. I don't think the Denver coach is any good either. So
Yeah, Hackett.
either. Yeah.
Damn, battle of the bad coaches right here.
Yeah. So you don't know what's going to happen, which is why probably the safe bet, as Jada would say, is the under, if anything. All right. Next game, London game. Is this another 6:30 game?
Of course.
6:30
Okay.
a.m.
So New York Giants, oh God, versus Green Bay. Spread is 8.5. Over under total is 41.5. J-Dab, what do you got on this one? If you had to, or you're not taking anything.
I usually don't like. I don't. I hope no one's
You don't like
British. Here.
both
I'm not.
of
I'm not. I'm not a fan of the British. But eight is a. It seems like a lot because Green Bay couldn't score at all last week, which really pissed me off. I'd stay away from this game, to be honest with you. Those 6:30 games feel like a coin flip when you're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
giving or taking points. You really
Sure.
can flip a coin on, especially on something like 8, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of a high spread. But then is Daniel Jones out, you guys?
Oh,
He practiced today.
Oof. Okay, then that gives it even more clear and present danger that you should probably take the plus. But maybe it's bait. Maybe it's bait. You don't know.
I think it's bait, honestly, because
Yeah.
there's one thing that's true in the NFL is bad offensive lines don't travel. So you're gonna put this bad offensive line on a 12-hour.
They're probably
flight.
getting wasted, dude.
Play.
They're gonna be fucking hungover from going out in England and shit.
The
You know what I mean?
pubs.
Their
The
curfew.
pubs.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Anybody? Okay, Caleb, you've got Giants. You like the points here.
Wow.
You're gonna take plus 8.5.
That's a huge spread, man, for a Green Bay team that's just not that impressive.
Yeah, he
They
lost
just-
the best receiver ever.
And not yeah, that's like we said a couple weeks ago. Joe Rogan's about to be starting a receiver for him. Like I'm just like, I don't know, man. He just went to the ropes with Bailey freaking Zappi in New England. I
Yeah,
just
dude.
now granted, New England had a better coach and probably a better defense, but the Giants defense isn't a slouch defense. Like they've been
Yeah,
all right
They
this
ain't
year.
that bad. They ain't that bad.
No.
You're right. You're right.
So
And they're gonna try. It's a London game. Fuck it. They probably want
Danny
to talk about
Dimes.
it. Yeah,
So
right.
I wouldn't pick the Giants to win outright. I'm not drunk, but like I just don't see I just don't see them covering an 8.5 spread. That's huge, man.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
know.
I
It
hear
looks
you.
like the line dropped. It looks like it's a 7.
Is it
8
8 now?
So seven.
Oh,
It's
it's 7.5?
It's by a
Okay.
point.
So
So
7.5, and they juiced.
calling for the blowout. Calling for the
it-
blowout.
It looks like they juiced at 7.5 too.
Money coming in on Giants for no reason here. Out.
All right. All right. Lions versus Pats. Ooh, you guys, MCDC is fire right now. Okay, so spread is 3, total is 46.5. Caleb, I'm gonna let you take this one with your Godfather here, -3. So they're gonna win this game.
Yeah, even without Mac Jones, I think they'll win this game. I think the Lions are overrated as hell. And I think the Patriots, they had an emotional game last week, but I think if anyone's going to get a team to recover in a positive way from an emotional hangover, it's going to be Bill Belichick. So,
All right. Is he being biased? Is anybody taking anything on this game?
I actually like
I'm
Detroit.
Okay.
But
Go
I'm
ahead.
scared. But I'm scared. That's what I was going to say. But I'm scared.
All right. J-Dab, anything?
I'm going on record and saying that Patriots will win by 9 or more.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Burn the teaser.
Burn it.
Earn the teaser. No, yeah, I wouldn't even tease that. I like -3, but I don't think Detroit can keep up with the stuff that Belichick will throw at them.
All right. Darth Vader status.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Brad, anything for you? Anything?
Like Detroit has been undefeated.
It's like I'm giving out hors d'oeuvres. You feel me?
Yeah, I'll take that. Glass of wine. But Detroit has been dynamite on the over, so I wonder if that's going to stop where they finally, face like a
Under?
real scheme on defense and maybe get shut down a little bit. So I'm a little skeptical on that total. So I might lean under in this one for once.
Okay, under 46.5. And then you have golf ball throwing golf balls because how's your defense, Caleb?
It's actually pretty solid. Like all things considered, that Jonathan Jones looks like a legitimate number one cornerback. And I thought he was nothing. He'd never be anything more than a slot guy. The pass rush is good. Matthew Judon. We'll see if Matthew Judon won't run out of gas this year like he did last year. The linebacker. I mean, they lost Hightower, and I really don't notice a big difference. I thought Hightower was at the end of his career anyway. So the defense is pretty solid.
Interesting. Okay, so I might throw a little dibble dabble here based on J-Dub's analysis per se, because if golf ball acts the way golf ball does
Golf stinks, man. Do you know what Belichick is going to do to him?
Yeah, against good, especially him and his defense, right? Because he's a
Seeing ghost round 2.
Here we go, before Halloween. Fuck it. All right.
I'm getting another drink. I'll be right back.
Sure. All right. Chargers versus Browns. By the time he gets back, we'll probably be done, and we'll ask for his opinion. Spread is 3, right, Brad? Or did that move at all?
It's down to 2.5.
Okay, 2.5, and the total is 40.5. Prado says pray. What does that mean? What are you praying for here?
I mean, I feel like you're gonna take fucking the Chargers and you're just gonna pray. Just pray.
Oh, that their coach makes the right decision.
Just everything. Everything has to work out. Everything has to be aligned.
Oh God, you better then fucking call the refs. Yeah. Well, no, remember, Browns are not as good looking on paper as much as they were good looking on paper with Baker. Not that it made him look good.
They're still a good team running against, and the Chargers ranked 26.
Okay, maybe you're just doing the McDonald's thing because there's a whole like cactus, that whole fucking thing with Brissett and shit. Okay, I get it, and I know he loves McDonald's, but I think Chargers has got this down. I think
one thing that worries me is that we are pretty bad against the run, and we are definitely going against the number 1 rushing attack and Nick Chubb.
Ranked 26 in the NFL stopping running.
Yeah, that
I guess pray is the right word, because if Herbert is of any case just a little bit hurt and Myles Garrett gets to him, it's pretty much fucking done.
You forget Myles Garrett just rolled his Porsche fucking like 10 times, so I mean he's probably a little hurt too.
Yeah. But I mean, if he's trying to play with adrenaline, you just want to make sure that your boy over there doesn't get two-ed per se. Now that I
just like us in the spot, like generally speaking, over the last couple of years with Herbert, we've gone to the East Coast and we've done really well.
Okay.
We played the Browns at home last year in a fucking shootout, came out on top, which I think was a better Browns team last year. This year, Jacoby.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, this is probably going to go over.
Yeah, I like the over in this. We're definitely an over team. It's just fucking the first 2 weeks were just bullshit, honestly. Like division game, back-to-back division games, as J-Dab would say, kind of lean the under, and both of them went under, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I can see a shootout in this one. I do like the over in this, but I also like the fact that it's Herbert against Brissett, and I'm just going with the better quarterback in this situation. Yeah. And Stefanski, he just hasn't impressed me like he did his first year in Cleveland. He's kind of regressed a lot as far as a coaching standpoint.
Well, he needs a I'm not gonna say anything against Brissett, but he needs a quarterback a little bit higher than the ratings on Madden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're in the 70s and Madden, you're not too hot.
Well, that's why he was like, I'm a little, I'm taking offense because I think it was Ocho Cinco. That's his job now, is the ratings on Madden. Oh man.
What a great job.
I know,
seriously.
Right? Like, fuck.
How do I get that job?
Anyway. Change your name to Ocho Cinco there, brother.
For real.
That's it.
Can make it work.
Ocho Cinco.
Any other takers on this game other than Prado and Big Pick? You guys, J-Dab, anything? You don't have to.
West Coast game. Two in a hook. It's a coin flip to me.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why Los was like, pray.
It's a tough one.
It's a morning game for a West Coast team. That's always a tough one for me.
All right. Next is Texans Jags. This is kind of a shit game. The way the Jags played their last week. Spread is 7. Who's gonna blow out who? And it's 44.5 for the total. Prado, you like the Jags, so run it back, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had like 4 turnovers. Those because the weather. I think this is kind of a good survivor spot too. If you want to burn a bad team, this is the team to burn.
Okay.
No, he's not bad. The kid
It's
just
just,
played in the
yeah,
rain.
you
He's
make
playing in the
mistakes.
rain.
You fucking do stupid shit. I hear
If it
you.
wasn't raining, Jacksonville probably wins that game outright.
I think Philly was supposed to lose that game anyway. So
Yeah, they didn't. They
they're in
didn't look the
trouble.
best. They actually hit Jalen hella hard too, a couple times.
Any other takers? Brad, I think you said you want the under on this game.
Yeah, I just don't like the Texans offense. They're super spotty. They're really hit or miss. You know, Davis Mills, when it comes to the fourth quarter, there's like 10 players on offense for the Texans in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
it kind of is. It's like weird. It's wishy-washy with them. So I don't really pay attention to their team.
I can see the Texans definitely tanking to get like a Bryce Young or a CJ Stroud.
100%.
And you know, there's really no tanking in the NFL. This isn't the NBA, but I'm gonna go ahead and write them as the tanking team this year. They're 0-3-1. I mean, it's done with.
All right. Any other takers, Caleb or JDab? I'm not taking anything on this game.
No,
Nothing.
I
no.
really don't like it. I feel like I'm just gonna sweat even if I do. So I'm not trying to do that with
It's the
these
beauty
two
of
teams.
it. Have the heart
Especially.
rate pinned
No, but these
at
two
170 while
teams,
sitting
yeah.
still.
You're just like, fuck that.
Jacksonville's not a bad team. Houston is.
No,
but
they're
Jack-
not.
Houston
They're
is.
not.
I think
But,
Jacksonville might fuck around and contend for that division.
yeah, that's kind of crazy to say, but you're right because they have a good coach. Well, I think they have a good coach.
I like Doug.
Atlanta versus TB. Oh God, Mariota versus the GOAT in a divorce, and I want to hear your opinions
Divorced
on
goat.
this. Spread is 8.5. Total is 48. Caleb, you're gonna take your boy Tom Brady minus 8.5.
Flip a coin, man. This game could either be a complete disaster or they come out and steamroll them. I'm gonna go with the steamrolling. I don't know. I think he's gonna
You
come
just
out
love it. You
pissed.
just love Tom Brady.
Dude, the guy, no, I don't even like him anymore. The guy basks in the media attention. That's
he
it.
loves it. He fucking
He was
loves
born for the spotlight. Like that's his thing. You see all the plastic surgeries he's gotten.
it. Oh yeah,
He
his
was
hair is
born
one of
for it.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
for
His
sure.
$25 Great Clips haircuts. Yeah, not that. But I mean, no, he was born for the spotlight. He loves this shit. Don't believe
Yeah.
anything else. He loves it. He's gonna
Loves
go
it.
out there and it's either gonna be a complete train wreck or he's gonna beat the brakes off of him. And I'm going with the ass whooping.
Good
So
stuff. It's good stuff. All right, JDab, what do you got on your boy over here? Mr.
I
Tom
don't
Brady.
have the.
fan.
Listen, I'm a tactician. I don't have the heart to give up 8.5, but I will happily tease it with something else that I know is a lock.
There
I don't
you
have
go.
the answer to that yet, but the only solution to play Tom Brady in a divorce week
Tease
with the tease.
it. It's to
is
tease
to tease
it.
it. That's it.
I
But
love it.
the Falcons,
I
you know,
love it.
I do lean towards, you know, a blowout. It's just I like almost guaranteed money, so I can
Yeah.
pair this with something.
I hear you.
And make it work.
I hear you guys. It's Stefano from fucking Days of Our Lives. That's Tom Brady of
Last
the
week,
NFL.
Mariota completed 7 passes and won the game
Like,
outright.
listen, the guy shouldn't even be in the NFL. I don't know how Mariota has a job. Is it
At
injuries?
one point, I was texting my buddy because
So much of it too.
I took Atlanta and I was like, you won't believe this, but they just rushed the ball 15 times in a row. I was like, I feel like I'm watching a high school game. Like I even told Brad, I was like, Brad, look, this is a 15 play on the fuck. It was like Huntley, the other guy, Huntley, the other guy. I was like, dude, this isn't real. And they scored on 2 drives like that.
That makes me think about teams now. Like I feel like
High school football.
I feel like Atlanta is like the new Eagles. Remember how we used to talk about the Eagles, but now the Eagles are in the spotlight. So the sneakiness of it.
It's
I feel
crazy.
like.
Think about a guy like Mariota coming off of, you know, leaving Oregon
Yeah.
and not having a job. That's insane to me.
Yeah,
Damn,
it's
Chip
pretty
Kelly,
crazy.
huh?
It was all scheme when he was at
Fucking
Oregon.
gay.
Yeah,
All of it.
yeah.
He got exposed in that championship game. Ohio State put it on him.
That's
Oh,
right.
that was super exposure for
I just
sure.
think that if you're an NFL quarterback and you're completing 7 passes and you win the game, like there's something wrong. Like the NFL has really adapted to these running quarterbacks that are actually extra running backs.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like dual. Like do several different things. And
7
then,
for
yeah,
19, 139, and 1 interception, no touchdowns. Impressive.
That's
He's
Unbelievable.
got
insane.
receivers.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy to me. But then that's how you know there's some rigory, and I do love it, but it is what it is. All right. Steelers versus Bills. Steelers fucking suck, but
Next.
the spread is
14 is
14
too
though.
many points. That's too
Yeah.
many points. I'm taking that every time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
like
take the
what over
points.
10 you're in. Doesn't fucking matter. 9.5, you're already talking.
I'll live or die with that, and that may be the game that I take with the Tom Brady.
There you go. It
And he
just
teases it up to 20 and gets
Teases it
smoked.
20.
38
it just
nothing.
clicked. It just clicked for JDab. You feel me? We
Yeah.
just clicked it out. All right, there you go. Versus the Bills, 14. Bobby's gonna take it. He has a question mark at the end, but I guess he's just not gonna look since someone's agreed. So same thing. Anything over 10, I feel like you just gotta fucking take. Doesn't matter. And this is bait week, I feel like, for NFL too.
Facts.
So yep.
You remember last
Um,
year? Remember last year? Some of those 16-point spreads that never hit.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
maybe a couple years ago. There were a couple like
It was a
some of
couple
the
years,
highest spreads
Oh,
in,
big time.
in history, and they never
Yeah.
hit. So I was like,
It's ridiculous. They just like to fucking throw that shit out there to be like, okay, you gonna take it or not? And they want to see the numbers on how many people actually fucking take
If I could back Hoyer at plus 10, I think I could back
it.
plus 14 at
Well, that's what I'm
Pickett.
saying. Anything over 10, you gotta just fucking do it. It doesn't even matter at that point.
Can't do it.
Look at you. All right. No other takers on that game other
Fun
than
fact: Steelers have never won a game without TJ Watt.
oh my God. Of course they wouldn't. Poor Al. I mean, I do want to know what he has to say because every time, remember, he has a record here. Every time he says that they suck, they win. But
What do you mean?
I
He's gonna
think
say
I
they're
think
gonna
he's
win
gonna
outright?
I think he's gonna say this time
He
they're gonna
actually
win.
is. He's fully convinced that the Steelers are the worst team in the NFL. He's fully.
Oh,
convinced.
now he is.
No,
because
he's
he
fully
wants
convinced. I talked to him this morning. We had a little powwow. He's fully convinced.
he wants the voodoo to work the other way. It's called reverse psychology. It doesn't work all the time. It's like snake eyesing when you're watching the fucking Lakers and you're still pissed. You know what I mean? And you're just like, fuck.
hey, you gotta leave the Lakers alone. I don't want to talk about it.
See, he knows exactly.
I'll come back. I'll come back on like after the All-Star break, man. I have so many things to say about the Lakers.
Yeah, I know. We can do our own sideshow when it comes
sure.
to that.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Anyway, Dolphins versus Jets, 3.5. The spread 44.5 for the total. Brad, you like the Jets plus 3.5.
Yeah, give me the
Obviously,
MILF man right here. Give me Zach Wilson. I
Oh God.
just like the Jets are a scrappy team, and they showed a lot of grit
Well, they
last
do
week. I
have
know
a
they played the
defensive
worst
coach,
team in
yeah.
the NFL as the Steelers, but Sauce Gardner's the truth. He's going to lock up one of those receivers for Miami, and it's going to come down to Teddy to deliver it to the other one. So I like my
I don't
shot.
know. Yeah, I don't know about Teddy. He's kind of sketch, but it is what
Teddy
it
as
is.
a dog, let's take him. Teddy as a favorite,
Yeah,
I'm good.
we know this from the podcast. Yes, this is true. If you ever listen to the podcast in the past 3 years, since we are on season 4, Teddy was a great dog, but as a favorite, not so good. Not so good. And he's only a favorite, obviously, because the Dolphins are doing pretty well, but not exactly to that, extent. Any other takers on this game, you guys?
I have
Looks
Jets
like-
money line.
Looks like
Give the
Prado's
Jets-
got something.
Go ahead.
I have Jets money line. I told Brad 2 weeks ago, this is the 49ers versus the 49ers. You got the 49ers East, you got the 49ers Deep East.
Yeah. The coaches, you mean?
I think McDaniels
And players.
McDaniels is going to get a spanking and he's going to take a beat. It's just going to be one of those games. It's going to be rough. It's going to be turnovers.
It's
It's gonna be
defense versus
sloppy.
offense. Yeah, correct. Okay. I gotcha.
Jets find a way to win in the most ugliest fashion, and this will
Well,
be
winning's winning, just like fucking Vin Diesel says. You feel me? Fuck it, is what it is. And I think you put it in a different spot, so I'll just correct that for you on the sheet. Bears versus Vikings. Nobody's taking anything because these two teams suck. The spread is 7 and it's 44. Unless you guys have something that I just, didn't mention here. That wasn't true.
That's a good survivor pick, Vikings.
Maybe, but I'm not betting anything on or against the Bears ever. So that's just how I feel. I mean, Fields doesn't suck as bad, but I feel like they're gonna tank too.
He sucks.
He sucks. Yeah, he definitely does.
That's another fourth running back playing quarterback in the NFL. I think he has the worst passing yards in the NFL. Wait, yep, he does 471.
I mean, I can't trust the
Tyreek
Bears
has
for
more receiving
shit.
yards than he has passing yards.
That's
This
strong.
sounds like okay. This sounds like first look. You got to take the Vikings, and it's a blowout line because of what happened last. Obviously, where they came from, but like I feel like the Vikings offense has been around for like 20 years. Like I've said, like I feel like Adam Thielen's been catching for like 20 years, and I'm not even that fucking old. You feel me? Like
I feel like
Jesus.
Vikings fans might feel you there too. They might agree.
Yeah, like they
Kirk
need
Cousins has
something
been there
new.
forever.
That guy's got the greatest agent I've at least top 3 best agents in the
Sam
history.
Bradford.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
dude.
insane.
It's insane.
Kirk Cousins contracts amazing.
Yeah.
First
I
fully
mean,
guaranteed contract ever in NFL history.
You see?
and he doesn't even get primetime coverage, right?
Got another
So
one
he's
to
not
follow
even
up
in the
with it.
drama
He doesn't
zone.
want to play in prime time. That's it.
2-9 in primetime, Kirk.
They traded
You
him. They
can't,
said if
you
you're gonna get
can't.
the bag, you're gonna lose for us on primetime. Simple as
Great.
that.
Fuck it. Hey, I'll do that shit any fucking day. You feel me? Fuck it. It's all about the bag at the end of the day. So I think, yeah, that's what that line looks like to me. But I'm not taking it because I hate the fucking Bears, as you guys know. So anything happens, it'll probably go the other way too. Titans versus Washington. This is kind of an interesting game. 2.5 is the spread, and the total is 42.5. Bobby's going to take the Titans. I think I know why from the last game, looking like from the takeaway. But I feel like Washington has a little bit of a chance here, maybe, or no? Or am I joking?
Hardy
What do you
What's
hard.
his name? Brian Anderson?
Not betting.
Robinson.
Not betting.
Brian Robinson.
I just can't bet on a team named the Commanders. They're not commanding anything at 1-3. Give me the Titans all day.
There you go. Anybody else? Any other takers on this weird game? God, lots of weird games and weird spreads.
I feel like Caleb in this sense. Like, I just want to keep betting Carson until he fucking wins.
Oh,
Do
just
it.
like I did with the Raiders.
Do it.
Yeah, they might cover 2.5.
He is
You never know.
commanding something, J-Dab. He's commanding fucking losses.
Just remember, man, the most you can lose is 100% of your money. But the most you can win is 1,000% of your money. So keep doing it. Keep pulling the trigger.
Keep doing it. Spoken like a true professional gambler, which is Bill's godson, for sure.
My aunt at the casino, man. That's her logic at the slot machines. Okay. So,
Fucking- oh, love it. All right. Seahawks Saints 5.5, 45.5. Ugh.
Very weird line. That is such a
Yeah.
weird line.
Ugh. Just look at it and you just look like, okay, that's weird. Saints -5.5. Prado, why are you taking the Saints?
Well, I have an interesting track record here. I bet on every single Seattle game. I just realized this year.
Wow, he's a Seahawks fan, you guys, all of a sudden, now
Uh,
that Russell's gone.
This is the track record. First week, Seattle. Second week, fade 'em. Third week, fade 'em. Fourth week, took 'em. So what do you think I'm going to do this spot?
Fade
Fade
him.
Yeah.
You have
There
to
you go.
fade 'em. You're going to see a true beatdown in this game. The defense is good for the Saints. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah,
the
Seahawks
Saints had-
defense, none.
Saints had Vikings on the ropes. I mean, their defense is too good to suck. How about that?
Yeah, non-existent for the Seahawks defense, though. So that might be a good take.
This is a week where we see Geno written off again. Remember, he didn't write back, but he's gonna get written off this week.
Yeah, that was 100-point total almost last week. Almost 100.
That's
points for them.
crazy.
Yeah,
I thought I was
45,
watching
48.
college football at one point, and
Yeah.
at one point I thought Seattle was gonna fuck off the game.
Well, their defense sucks, dude. Sucks. Like Swiss cheese. That's what
Jamal
happened to
Adams.
them. Okay.
Can you name one Seattle defender right now?
You're asking the wrong person.
You
like me to drink some more wine?
Yeah, Kobe
Anybody.
Bryant.
There you go. Al Woods.
This is true. This is true. But he spells it differently, right? It's with a C.
Yeah, it was a C.
COBY.
It took me a good 10 seconds to think about that one too.
Colby Cheese
Right.
Bryant is what that is. Okay. No other takers on that game. 49ers, Panthers. God, I like my team, but I mean, that's because of the defense. That's all I got to say. I think Panthers got a okay defense, guys, or I
They
don't
got
know.
a good defense. Their defense is decent.
What's the spread on that? I didn't get to put it in here. 'cause
6.5.
we were playing.
Open up
6.5.
at, what did it open up at? 3.
3.
And then the total. Anybody?
38
Low
and a half.
40s.
38 and a half. Final
wow.
score 24-3.
So that's 38 and a half. Wow, that's pretty low. All right.
Baker's gonna have how many batted balls? There should be a prop for that. What, 5?
Fucking Baker.
Oh,
He doesn't
easily.
have any more
How
commercials.
many times is he
though.
gonna get sacked? 5.5.
Yeah.
Over under.
Oh, he does have a commercial. It's with like the
Oh yeah,
they're going somewhere.
the
They're going
Bryce
somewhere.
Young.
Yeah, they're going somewhere until
Oh, the
like,
Heisman one?
Yeah, because he's like,
yeah. He's like, where are we
I know where
going
Texas
today?
is at, and he
Yeah.
drives.
Yeah. God, he still managed to get that out of there, even though he sucked. That's crazy.
He's good behind the camera.
That's another agent of. That's another agent. That's a magician.
No more Drake covers though for him. So we'll see. J-Dub, you got anything on this game?
Won't even watch it. I'll turn the station if it comes on Red Zone.
There you go. Great honest opinion there, guys. Caleb, you've got nothing. Prado's got the Niners being biased. I'm gonna be biased. Big Pick is biased with us. And
As Brad
Bobby's
would say,
biased.
the writing is on the wall.
It is. It is.
This could be
Baker
the, this
doing-
could be the staple in the coffin of Matt Rule game.
Baker
Matt
doing
Rule's gotta
Baker
go.
things.
Like he is a college coach and will forever always be a college coach. This is the
Future
NFL.
Nebraska coach Matt Rule.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
what I
go.
actually
Turn the
heard.
program
There's a
around.
rumor that he could go to Nebraska.
That's
Ugh.
they're saying everyone could go to Nebraska. Man, I don't know.
All right. Let's go Eagles. La Costa Nostra. Money line
Yup.
Philly for
Yup.
Caleb versus Cardinals. Really, I really like the baby bottle pop here, which is Kyler Murray, the 5.
I don't know, man. The Eagles are
but
hot.
but they should have lost last week. So there's something weird going on in the Philly mob area there.
They kind of give up too many points.
They do. For it's supposed to be like a stout defense, they do give up too many points.
Remember, Detroit was in that game with them.
Detroit
They
covered
were.
that game.
Yeah, no, they covered. I just feel like there's some wishy-washy shit that's gonna happen, and it's gonna be weird, and Philly fans are gonna be pissed, but they deserve it because they
Philly
should've
fans are
lost
always
last week.
pissed. They burned
Oh,
their
okay.
city
Next
down
week
when they
game is,
won
right?
the Super Bowl. They're always mad. They're mad about the fact they live in Philly. I'd be pissed too.
Oh, dude.
Jesus Christ. No, this is the pick I'm the least confident about. I'll just
Okay.
go out and say.
There we
That
go. I'm
makes
fading
sense.
Caleb. There's the
There
answer.
you go. There you go.
Yep.
No, this
we
is
go.
the one he doesn't care about. It's the
Baby
last
bottle.
leg. It's the last leg.
Remember, the next week's game is going to be one of the biggest games in the NFL. It's going to be at
Philadelphia
first.
versus Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna go
Look ahead.
on a
Philly
two.
loses
Where is that
outright.
game
They're
at?
going on a two.
In Dallas.
They're going on a
No, it's
2-0.
Eagles.
2-0.
Is it Eagles? I thought it was at Dallas.
It's at Eagles, and it's a future. I mean, what's it called? Dak might be back for that game.
Yeah, Dak's playing in that game.
Speaking of Dak, I mean, is Cooper Rush the future or is he just trade bait? Like,
Shit,
what do you?
Dak is trying to play. Dak is trying to, but I don't know.
What's his contract like? I forgot. Did he sign? Did he re-up?
Oh yeah, he
Who,
re-up.
Cooper
Dak?
or Dak?
No,
Dak did.
Dak got that
Dak
40
did.
piece.
Yeah, you get the
he's
40
not, he's not going anywhere. The other guy's
Sunday
shaking.
night football -5.5 Eagles. So they're putting the 5.5 out and laying it out next week. God, genius.
Yeah, that is
Fucking
pretty
Vegas.
genius.
What a great fucking city.
No,
They
they're
know what the hell
they're
doing.
gonna no, they're gonna lose twice, guys. That's just the and maybe they win against Dallas because it's bigger money. I don't know, but yeah, I just feel like this is not that game. They should have lost. I'm just too much. There's too much ESPN shit right now. That's like Eagles this, Eagles that, this and that bullshit. Whatever. It's gonna go down. Cowboys versus Rams. Speaking of DDB, big pick. You got well. Actually, J-Dub, are you a Rams fan at all?
As a matter of fact, I didn't renew my season tickets. They got me for a
They got you.
substantial amount of
Jesus.
money. I tried to flip the tickets last year, and it was
Oh,
one
did
of the
that
worst
work out?
investments. No,
Oh, I bet.
I don't make many bad investments, but boy, that was a really bad one. Lost a
Damn, in the
fortune
Super Bowl year.
in a Super
That's
Bowl year.
crazy.
Nobody bought tickets. The problem was they figured out that you could wait till like an hour
The
before the
end.
game. Yep.
Yeah.
And just buy a retailer right under. So there was no way to make profit. I
Wow.
made money on like I
Damn.
made money on like the 49er games. I went to the Tampa Bay game, but you couldn't make any money on any other games. It was
That's some
awful.
really good facts to know, though.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
for listeners that are
Does that mean
looking
they're
at the
giving away
balance-
Charger tickets?
Oh,
only
the
ha- it
Charger
only have
tickets
to
you can
be.
get for free. Actually,
Yeah,
they're
there's
on
no
sale
way.
for free outside the stadium.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
like Clipper tickets, dude. It's $6. You pay more in parking than you do for the actual tickets.
That's it. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
and that's what I
Damn.
heard. That's what I heard. That it is more in parking than it
So
is the
when I went to the
actual.
Sunday night game, it was all Steeler fans. That's it.
Yeah.
All Steeler fans. I was the only lonely Charger fan there.
It's bad,
That's
dude.
crazy.
It's so the problem is LA's not a football city, man, and we're Dodgers and Lakers, and that's it.
Yeah,
There's no
that's how
point in
it's always
having
been. That's how it's
football.
always been. And when they brought Rams in, it was like, okay, cool, but the expensive tickets, and then they come out with what are those seat geek or whatever the hell
Yeah.
the other
Game
business
time.
seats, yeah.
Yep.
And then that kind of undercuts, like J-Dab said, the season ticket owners, which kind of sucks.
As soon as the Rams stink, the place is going to be a parking lot. SoFi will have to do concerts to stay alive, but football won't be the reason that they stay open.
That they stay alive. Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? Speaking of just a quick break here with Jason, he does a lot of this financial, like good facts too. If you've ever
Yeah.
seen some of his videos and so on social, like there's a lot of different factual stuff that you should know when you're investing and buying stuff and real estate, especially, right? JW, dip your hands in a lot of different things, like you said. So
Yep,
it's
yep.
good to follow him,
Meet
especially
Jason
with
on everything. Yep.
yeah. There you go. All right. So Rams, you got anything on this game before I go to big pick, J-Dub? Anything? No?
Nothing.
No. Wow. Okay. Big pick. Anything?
Yeah, I like the Rams with the spread here, 5.5.
Okay. So they're gonna ruin the Dallas Dick boys, like they always do.
Cooper just gotten. I mean, what a lucky guy that guy is. He just fucking finds a way to win every week, and it finally comes to an end this week. It finally does. Mhm.
Yeah, because Stafford and McVay get their shit together after being owned by Daddy Kyle. I hear you.
Yeah,
They got their
division
asses
game. That
swept.
doesn't really matter. And the Rams beat Dallas last year, I believe, to open the season.
Yeah,
or something
they
like
did.
that. Week 2, maybe. And
Yeah.
I just don't like Dallas on offense. Is just I don't know. They just look piss poor. Zeke doesn't look the same. He looks like he's ready to hang up.
Zeke is doing like fucking 9 points, bro. That ain't shit.
Yeah, he
Fuck
just
him.
looks slow. If it was up to me and I was the coach there in Dallas, I know you paid Zeke
Pollard.
like $696. You got to
Pollard.
give Pollard the rock. That guy's a fucking lightning bolt out of the backfield.
Yeah.
They got to get CD Lamb more involved. The Schultz, they just got to do more things on offense. The defense is solid, but the offense is kind of a little sus.
I hear you. And plus, like, there's probably going to be more Cowboy fans at the Rams Stadium.
Oh, 100%. There will be.
Listen to me. It'll be like a 9 to 1 ratio. It's ridiculous. There'll be for every one Rams fan, there'll be 9 Cowboy fans without
That's
question.
crazy. Yeah.
It's a home-
How
it'll be a
about
home
them
game, dude.
Cowboys?
Nah,
It'll be
home game.
definitely be a home game for them. Sucks that they'll lose though, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I hate the Cowboys. Okay, Bobby's gonna take -5 as well. Rams. Prado, you're on the same boat as Big Pick with -5.5. Anything to
good.
add?
It's just a good spot. It just makes sense. When it doesn't make sense, it makes sense. That's what I would like to say.
All right. Let's get into the primetime games, and we got 2 more games here. Bengals versus Ravens. This is finally one of those good ones on Sunday night. Starting to get to
Yes.
that schedule. Sunday night football spread is 3. Total is 48. And what do you have on this? I know you got something on this, J-Dab. Please tell me. No?
Sorry about that. I like the Ravens here.
Ravens. All
Yeah, I like
right.
the Ravens. Small spread, home. Like Baltimore, that fan base is sick. Even when they come out
Yeah,
here to LA,
they are.
it's insane. So I think they carry them home.
Yeah, we actually know. I know a Ravens. I think you do too, Barbie. So she's a big
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Ravens
she is.
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
always see her in her jersey.
huge. Yeah. So big pick. I like your bet here. Ravens first half money line. That makes sense. I know I talked about it last week too. Like I was gonna start anything that I feel who is gonna win. I'm gonna just do the first half bets because sometimes those always cash out. Even though they lose the game, the first half of who I thought would win actually wins the first half. So that's probably a pretty good bet that you're taking there. Is that why you're taking it big pick? You just feel there's some fuckery going on after the second or during the second half?
I love the Ravens in the game, but the Ravens have burned me twice in the second half because they failed to close out games. And at halftime of all 4 of their games, they have been leading by good margins. So it's just like, you know what? Got to go with I feel like is the for sure thing here, and that's the Ravens in the first half. John has been doing some questionable ass things in the second half. Like, and
Yeah.
I hate to
Sounds
say
like
that,
he's
talk about John like that, because I love that guy as a coach. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I could trust this guy.
he
You
might be
got to kick the
rocking with
field
the
goal
Philly.
against the Bills. You got to.
He might be doing the Philly mop thing. You never know.
I
Some
mean, he's
people
selling
think-
out. Two separate games, 2 17-point leads, blew them both. I can't get behind them for the game, even though I still like them for the game. But I'm going first half money line here.
All right, Caleb, anything on this?
Nah, wouldn't touch it with a 99-foot pole. I'm good.
That means he wants to bet Taylor Gang, but he's afraid.
I do. It's exactly what it is. That's actually exactly what it is. Yeah.
Look at him. He totally agreed. Okay, so but every time you take Taylor Gang, you win. Just
Not
Say
so
that.
much this year.
not last. I think it was last year or the
Last year
before.
last year they made me a very rich man. We'll put it that way. This year, not so much.
All right, Prado, you got the over.
Yeah, I like the over. I kind of actually like the Bengals in the game, but I
Ooh,
don't know. It's weird
interesting.
because the only reason why I would say that's because in these matchups, the dog usually always fights in this division. If you ever noticed in the years back too, the +3 is really good for these division games. Like when Steelers are at Baltimore, they'll be +3, they'll win outright. So
Yeah.
it's always back and
Yeah.
forth.
All right. I don't know. I think this might be a GTD, but if anything, my skills will tell me the Ravens, but I do like the first half bet. That's pretty much safe to me. Raiders versus KC, Monday Night Football. This is one of those games. Will Carr, or is it going to be BAU, you guys? JDAB, I'm going to let you handle this. Hello to the little guy over there. Is it working? I don't know if I hear you.
Can
Oh,
you hear
there
me?
you go. Yeah.
All right, cool. Man, this just seems like such a letdown spot after.
It's 7. It's a blowout line. And it's
yeah,
51.
After beating the Patriots,
The
the Bucks
Tampa
so
Bay.
bad.
Tampa Bay Patriots.
The Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Patriots, man. Hard to bet against
Casey. It's BAU.
KC at home.
You just want to say BAU because it's Derek Carr versus.
BAU, man. That's what it is. Man. It's just the Raiders. It's the Raiders too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So who's going? Raiders, big pick. They're going to go on a run. That's what.
Yeah, I just want to wear a sweatsuit and sweat this whole game out. So
No, but if it's +7, you're looking for a cover.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the Raiders always I feel like they split with the Chiefs fairly often, and when you count the Raiders completely out is when they kind of do a little sneak attack on you.
Yeah, they just have to be a little
Like,
disciplined.
"Oh, Raiders.
They
They're
just
gonna-
have to be a little disciplined. That's it. They've got a team. They just
They got to
can't.
run the rock. They just got to be consistent with the run, and they could win this game. They could win this game outright if they can stay
They're
consistent.
just doing stupid stuff. That's all it is. They
They
need
pounded it up
discipline.
fucking Hackett's ass last week. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if they can do it again, it'd be a good spot. I mean, the Raiders have weapons all over the field. I'm not a believer in Kansas City's defense at all. They have
I just
one
don't
good
like.
defensive player.
Yeah, I just don't like
Chris
Carr.
Jones.
That's all. To drive the football like that, you got to be able to be. You have to be elite to have that. Like, just imagine if they had a great court. I don't know.
I bet you this will be the number one teaser play this week. Will be Chiefs down to 1. So I mean, that's just what I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
And I
100%.
could see the Raiders
100%.
pulling that up. So
Yeah. All right, Prado, you're gonna take the Raiders. They're gonna go on a run. That's your thing too. You're doing the same thing. You and Brad just be going on these. You might as well not be. You know what I mean? You might as well.
it's called math class, and we do it every day.
Yeah, it's called conspiracy theory NFL IQ. That's what it's called. It's called
Based on the percentage, though, we got to work on that, guys. Let's just say that. Okay.
So, this podcast comes out a few days before the game, so can't add too much, but yeah, percentages are low this year, folks. I'm
if
sorry.
a game is at 5:15, I'm betting at 5:13 or 5:14. Just to let people.
Yeah,
know.
and you know what? Honestly, guys,
I could go back and forth with
okay,
that.
but they know that. They know that, which is why they
tough.
sign up. Which is why they sign up for the email newsletter on www.sportsbettingqueen.com, and that comes out when the lines come out that night. So even if we have our analysis on here and we go against ourselves, sometimes going against yourself is not a good idea. It's just not
sometimes it's
idea.
the best idea.
It's true.
Raiders look desperate. I love desperate teams. Simple as that. Raiders look,
and they want to beat BAU. They want to beat but I still think BAU wins. I just feel like Raiders will cover one of those. So let's all right, that was the games. Let me go back into the percentages. I'm sorry I forgot to put that in there. 83% for me. I'm on fucking fire for the last 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks I was all right. And then 45% for Big Pick, 50% for Al Vital, 67% for Caleb, and then Bobby is 86%, and then Prado the Point at 64%, for a total of 57% average for us. We've been keeping that pretty good above 50 though, so steady at that. And then total is 106 games and 80 losses. So not doing too bad, you guys. We just gotta get it up there. But I think we're doing consistent stuff. Anyway, let's go to shout outs. JDab, let us know what you're up to and your IG and all that stuff.
Yes, I am really big into real estate, stocks, and all things investing, specifically passive income, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Meet Jason on everything. Picked up a couple listings this week. Got like 1.5 million in contracts out, so looking to sell those quickly. I make a ton of edutainment, I guess, like the
edutainment. I like
edutainment, like entertaining, educational real estate and stock stuff. So go ahead and give me a follow on IG, really YouTube and TikTok. Sorry for the kids talking.
And then also
on all things.
And then also this is for folks that are looking to make extra cash and then extra betting money, right? So you can do whatever you want with it.
Yep. Bet it and put it into things that get you more money. So you can be a degenerate in 2 different ways.
Yeah, expand the degenerism is what that is. All right, Caleb, you got any shows for us? I know you had some last minute stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be in Wichita, Kansas this weekend. Check me. I don't even remember the name of the venue, but it's on my Instagram and my Facebook. Wichita, Kansas. We're doing shows there this weekend, and then obviously go check out my podcast. That's Based, brought to you by outlawstreamers.com. They're building a great independent streaming service over there, and I'm really happy to be one of the people in it on the ground level. So go check it out. Like I said, trying to do this shit for a living, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, follow him on IG. Did you already say it?
At Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram. Caleb Salvatore Comedy on TikTok. You know the drill, man.
There you go. And Big Pick, you got at MGMH Pod. Metal Gets Me High. Who do you have? Do you know your guest speaker yet?
Yeah, we do have a guest from a band from New York. His name is Alex Jones from Undead.
What? Wait, what?
not that Alex Jones.
Not that Alex Jones.
It's like, hold on. That's one of those names. It's common. But when I hear it, I'm like, hang on, what? You'll get thousands of YouTube views just for putting his name on it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I've tried it. It actually works. Yeah.
But
That's
he's
great.
actually a big Bills fan. He's part of Bills Mafia. So
Oh wow, you
we'll
got to
throw in a
ask
little
him.
football in
Yeah,
there.
put it in
we'll
there.
throw in a
Put
little
it in
football
there.
in there. But
Yeah.
we're coming with that episode on Friday. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at MGMH Pod.
Yeah.
Ask him about the lizard people.
Speaking of New York, I just came from there. It's pretty crazy. It's nice, but I didn't know they pick up trash every day in the city.
You see those
Every
big
day.
trash bags on
Yeah,
every block.
piles of it, dude.
Same, yeah,
Piles of
yeah.
it.
From all the
Insane.
buildings. Yeah, that's wild.
Where
Yeah.
does it go in the Hudson River? Where is it going?
That's a damn good
It's
question,
a private.
man.
It's a private contract. It's
That's
owned
the
by a
most
private
toxic
contractor.
river in America. If you didn't know that,
They actually filtered into MetLife Stadium.
you will go to jail if you actually jump in it.
It's actually the
Serious?
Is
Yeah,
that
you
a
guys-
fact?
Guys, like,
Lake.
fuck it. Let me land a plane on it.
Like
Yeah.
Carter Lake.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
federal crime.
Yeah, do you remember The
Wow.
Simpsons and how the nuclear lake? That's how I think
Yeah.
about it. That's how I think about it. But yeah, they pick up
Disgusting.
trash every day. It's disgusting. But New York is huge and there's always traffic. You thought there was a traffic in LA? Man,
Really
doesn't
bad in New
matter
York
if it's
City.
it doesn't matter if it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. Everyone's going somewhere everywhere all the time.
Yep.
And then you're just wondering, like, where the fuck are these people going? Where are they going? So yeah, probably throw out some trash. That's what that is.
Still one of my
Uh,
favorite cities. I love it.
Yeah,
Love it here.
definitely love it. Love the vibes there too with the the dress, the way they dress. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's just like
Very
so
high
moody.
energy. Yep.
Super high energy. All right. Now shout outs to at Honeyfly Wine. Buy some wine from them. They actually restocked. Get some Pinot Noir, which I have in my hand, a little bit only. And then at Stay Classy Meats, make sure you buy some meat from them. Now that the holidays are coming up, they sell everything, mostly all organic and pretty awesome stuff. Also follow at Punchless MMA for some MMA stuff and insiders. And then of course, where we get our numbers every week at Wager Attack. Make sure you follow them. Use the code word SBQ when you start an account, and then you'll get 100% to 200% bonus back. And they pay out Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, you name it, they pay you out, which is really good because you want your money right away. Then you'll
What about-
invest into Meet Jason. You feel me?
What about black tar heroin? Did they pay out on that?
Oh boy.
Sure they do. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
Cool.
Only with your followers, right?
Right.
Freaking.
You know how it goes.
What is it? All the Indian. For some reason, you gain like a bunch
The
of Indian
Indians
followers. Like,
love me, man. I don't know. Dude, that was the most random thing ever. I still
That was
don't know what
insane.
happened.
that was
Like I
insane.
woke up and most of them are gone now, but I woke up, I saw 30,000 Indians followed me for no
What
no
did
one
he
can figure out
do?
why.
Off the
Like,
podcast?
Yeah, it was like pretty insane. Or I think it was you had a podcast. Did you? You were
because
on.
I checked all my socials and I'm like nothing went viral like overnight like specifically in India. I think
This
we have
is
like I think I have like one listener in that whole country for anything I've done, and
That's
it's like
crazy.
it
That's
blew up.
crazy.
Well, because like I've heard of those apps where like you can
But you
buy
weren't on an app
followers.
though. You weren't on
No.
like
No, I wouldn't waste my money on that shit. That's how you get
Yeah.
scammed. No, I've heard of like apps where you can like buy followers and it's just like all these like Indian and Pakistani accounts. But so I almost wonder if like someone accidentally put my name into one of those.
and then you
they
just
do like the
became
fire emoji on like
Yeah.
all the one
Yeah.
fire
Oh
emoji.
yeah, that's true. Oh man. All right. Any other shout outs for you guys? I know we went over a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys follow Meet Jason. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
so
having me.
much. Of
This
course.
was fun, man. I thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
K2.
Yeah,
Los,
dude.
man, I haven't seen you in a long time. Big Pig Brad, Caleb, I just followed you on IG. I love to
Oh,
laugh.
killer, I'll follow you back.
For sure.
man.
All
Yeah,
right.
but,
Well,
thank
well,
you guys. I
thanks.
appreciate it.
Thank you so
All
much
right,
for
peace.
joining. You guys, we'll
Take
talk to you
care.
later.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Sounds good. Thank you guys. Later.
Bye.